Hello, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. You are most welcome. We are here in the productive soil of Africa, where we are going to share African stories. I would like to start with one thing. There was a story, of course, that was uh, trending on social media. The first story is concerning about the Kenyans who refused to apply for jobs abroad after the president of Kenya, William Samoei Ruto, searched for the job, but at the end of the day, some of Kenyans refused to apply for jobs. So, President, I think he was disappointed. Another issue is concerning about the Western Cape in South Africa, where white South Africa wanted, of course, it wants Western Cape to be an independent country. So these are just stories that are making viral on social media. So let us start with the issue of Kenyans refusing to apply for jobs abroad, and these jobs, of course, mainly are jobs for farm workers. So we remember that the president of Kenya announced almost 1 month ago about getting jobs abroad, where farm workers are needed in abroad. So we have heard that Kenyans are supposed to go to work in farms, but at the end of the day, it looks like the people of Kenya, especially youth, are not ready to become farm workers abroad. I'd like also to hear from you concerning on these issues. Please, you can share through comment section. You can write your opinion. What do you think? Why Africans in Kenya are refusing to apply for jobs abroad? Why the whites in South Africa want an independent country? Please share with us. Let us start with the first issue concerning Kenyans refusing to apply for jobs. That has made Mr. President disappointed, because all of us, we know Mr. President traveled day and night to seek jobs abroad, and the job are there, but people are refusing to apply for jobs. People are not ready to become farm workers. People are not ready to become gardeners. Our leaders must not become tired because they have chosen to become our leaders. So people have different opinions, but all in all, what the people or what Africans need is to invest in their own resources. You know, sometimes you can wonder that the continent of Africa, the continent that have many resources, still we are exporting cheap labors to other places where there is no resources. Instead, what you can do is to mobilize our capitals or our resources and investing in our own resources. For instance, you know, sometimes you can become tired. For instance, Africa, we have minerals. Africans, we have Africans, we have this productive soil, horrible land. Why don't we, the people of Africa, investing to these resources or to these potentials instead of exporting cheap labors? Because by doing so, we are going to add value to our resources. We are going to industrialize our continent instead of exporting these cheap labors. And the people of Africa now, what they need is maybe to get supports, capital loans, these small loans that can help these small business men and women to run their own businesses. When we talk about jobs, the people of Africa, they don't mean that they, I think that's my opinion, I don't think that they need to be hired by someone. What they need is to be supported, to create their own companies, to create their own enterprises, industries. That's what the people of Africa need. So to take them out to become cheap laborers or to become laborers, I think that is not the job that the people of Africa are talking about. And if you are a reader, you have to create environments where especially young people from colleges, from universities, where they can come and implement their ideas, their knowledges, whatever. But that's what the people of Africa, I think, they need. Because every now and then we came to platforms, we say Africa, we have resources, our young men and women are learning away from this continent. We are blaming them that they are learning away from this continent. At the same time, we create environment that are going to attract them to go out of this continent. So in other sides, we said this is not good, we lose money power. In the other side, we are taking them out of this continent. So we are talking what we are not believing in our hearts. Why don't we, the people of Africa, build capacities to these young men and women, professionals who are coming from colleges, from universities, give them piece of land, starting doing agriculture, produce enough food, and some of them give them fund, capital, create industries, process these goods, so that we can export food. We can export final products instead of exporting these young men and women and becoming cheap laborers or farm workers or gardeners abroad. So that was my opinion. I think the time has come, my dear brothers and sisters, for we, the people of Africa, to see how we can create jobs. We need to create jobs, not the jobs that have been created by others, because Africa has resources. Why don't we create jobs on our own resources? That will be a better thing. If you look at the population of Africa, it's the market itself. And that's why sometimes I said that maybe we, the people of Africa, some of us, we don't know what we want. We have the population of 1.3 billion people. That is the big market. Why don't we create these zones, agricultural zones, industrial zones, mining zones, that can become the job creators. We can create jobs, many jobs here in the continent of Africa. And sometimes we have lamented about our young men and women are running away from this continent. It's, that is not good. These are brain drain. We have lamented about brain drain. These young men and women are leaving the continent. The continent have all these resources. But at the end of the day, we are doing the same issue that we have lamented. We are now allowing them to be taken from the continent to go to work to abroad. While in the other hand, we have lamented that we need these young men and women to work here in the continent of Africa to create jobs. How can we create jobs while we are allowing them to go out to work abroad? That is the big question. And sometimes that's why maybe the people of Africa become contradicted. So that is my own opinion. I know you know more than me. You have many ideas you can share with us. Please write your idea on this on the comment section. So let us now move on to the issue of Western Cape, where some people in Western Cape want South Africa, to have to have an independent country called Western Cape. We the people of Africa, sometimes maybe we lose focuses. While we are busy with xenophobia, we are hating each other, we are doing things against ourselves. The people now, they come with this issue of Western Cape to become independent. Why the people of Western Cape, of course, these are settlers in South Africa, want an independent South Africa, a country inside South Africa. They already have their own passport, they have their own flag, they have their own money. So you see, so it is one country in another country. At the end of the day, 1 or 50 years to come, there will be another country in South Africa. While we are talking about coming together, uniting, but there are those who are dividing us. And if we allow this to happen, this will be the big trouble for the whole southern part of the continent. I'm saying this, I'm not a prophet, but if we allow this to happen, to be divided, to allow the country, a new country, inside South Africa, things will not be the same. On the issue of Western Cape to become an independent country, this must not be allowed, and this must be condemned, because we want a united Africa. We cannot have a united Africa while other people demanding their freedom, of course. And what is paining that these are just foreigners who came late on this continent. At the end of the day, they want their own country here in Africa. So how is it possible? But we welcome them, we care them. At the end of the day, they want to have an independent country. So if you are a guest, you have welcomed by your hosting, please stay calm, don't disturb others. So this must not be allowed to occur. And I'm happy that the economic freedom fighter has declared that if they become the ruling party under EFF, this will not happen. So that is good. We want a united Africa. We are in the era where we want to speak about united Africa, not separated or divided Africa. That's what we are talking. So I don't know why they have come with this idea. They have already created their own passport, they have their own colors, they have their own flags, they have their own anthem. So they are moving slowly out of South African systems. So you can see that maybe 10 years to come, if we are not careful, we're going to have another country. We have 54 states, almost 55 countries in Africa. Maybe later on we'll have more than that, because I see Africa continue to be divided. So all in all, let us preach unity. Let us preach unity. Unity is our salvation. So my dear brothers and sisters, the white South Africans want their own independent country because that land is very productive. They have the land has good environment, so they want to be free. But all in all, that is South Africa. So don't allow that to happen. So with those few words, with those few stories that I shared with you, my dear brothers and sisters, please let me say thank you for your time. Please be patient. Thank you for your time.